The more you are willing to face the helplessness of being human, the more you see it's not being human that's the problem. We spend most of our lives seeing the problem as this human thing. And how can we transcend that and get away from it so we can get back to or up to the ethereal presence of being in your willingness to face the humanness? Then humanness is humanness, and it's good for a good laugh or a good cry.
Hello and welcome to Being Yourself, Self-Inquiry with Gangaji. My name is Barbara Denenpont. This month I have a recording from Gangaji's archives that speaks to, what may be the fundamental reason why we find ourselves on a spiritual path, and that is fear. Specifically, the fear of death, and of course the fear of loss, that's just rooted in the natural vulnerability of being in a human form, in a mortal form. Gangaji is never speaking to transcending that fear, or overcoming it, or fixing it, or getting rid of it. But she does always offer us the opportunity to meet it. And in this beautiful exchange, she really points us to that opportunity of what fear can reveal to us.
Health issues have been my story, not mine necessarily, but dear friend, death is not the worst of it. I thought I was facing death. It's a stroke. And so I need to know today, dearest Gangaji, how I allow that fear to be a vehicle. Peace has been so elusive.
Oh yes, this must be known. First you have to see how it is you resist it.
Resist what?
The fear.
Oh, so many ways.
So many ways.
So many ways.
And what are all those ways founded in? What are all the ways of resisting fear supporting?
I don't know anymore.
Well, you look and see right now. Just look and see. What is this fear good for? It must be assumed to be good for something.
It's not. I know this.
Well, don't accept that, because if you really knew that,
yes,
you wouldn't be here. So the fear is arising, and it's not being met. There's some distance between you and the fear, so you have to assume that there is a belief that it's good for something. So ask yourself, what is this fear good for?
Oh, punishment, guilt, any number of...
What else?
Yeah.
What else? What is this fear good for? Or let's ask it a different way. Why is this fear necessary? Or why do you need this fear? Or why do you have to keep this fear? Why is it important to not let go of this fear? Why is it essential to resist this fear?
Because I think that when I get into the fear, it's the strongest it's ever been in my life. My heart pounds so hard. You talked about the breathing. My breathing becomes constricted. My throat.
What's the worst that can happen there?
Well, you talk about...
In your experience,
yes,
because you must have dealt with people who have fainted or keeled over,
yes,
or blacked out.
Yes, that. And
then what happens?
And then, a stroke, being able to speak, being...
So if you face this fear, you might have a stroke? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Well, it slipped out.
Yes.
So what's the worst thing about having a stroke?
Just being dependent.
Yes, being helpless.
Helpless.
No control.
Yeah. Oh.
So that's what you can experience right here, right now. Having no control.
I feel better already.
Yes, because you touched on actually experiencing it. And the game we were playing together was simply to continue to bring your attention back to the investigation, rather than the way we usually do it, which is, oh, well, I can't do that. Or, oh, no, I'm not going there. Yes, come here, let's see, what is it about? What's the story about? What does it mean? Well, why not just be really helpless right now, totally dependent? In this moment, why not, just for investigation, give up your idea of control? I mean, it's going to happen sometime. On your deathbed, you know, it gets pretty out of control usually.
Sometimes you think you're going to, often so many times over the years when I've come to see you, I walk in and I cry the whole time. It's a controlled kind of cry,
Well, let loose.
Yeah, today I thought if I start to cry, I'll never come back.
Yes, and that's what we fear. This is it, isn't it? I'll never back. Don't come back. Don't come back. It's true. You don't come back. It's absolutely true. Your sensations may or may not come back. Your life, as it was known, may or may not come back. But you don't come back when you really let go. Because you never were. You're not here anyway as you think you are. That's the illusion. And the fear is, I'm not here as I think I am. And that fear is based on truth. You aren't here as you think you are. But the fear part of it, this is the suffering. You aren't. Already you aren't. What you fear you aren't, you already aren't. You fear you will not exist. I know this fear. Everyone has had this fear. I won't exist. And yet you are continually drawn to examine, well, what does exist? Who am I? Do I exist? And this fear is the guardian at the gate. And the guardian says, don't come in here. You walk through here, you won't exist. But still you keep coming back to the gate. You knock and then run. But you know, if you tell the truth, the gate is wide open. And really, if you tell the truth, you're already on the other side of the gate. Everyone in this room has already had some pivotal experience of recognizing that who they think they are is not who they are. Everyone. You truly would not be in this room. Whether you remember it or not is irrelevant. It resonates in your heart somehow. And maybe it was a terrifying experience, because the whole world said, oh my God, you can't have that experience. Usually as a child, it first appears. You recognize, I'm not what it looks like I am. But everybody says, yes, you are. And don't you forget it. You hold on to that one. So I'm saying, let it go. Let it loose. And if you are helpless, well, we have some stretchers, you know, that we can put you on, and we'll carry you back to your office or your apartment, and we'll see that you get fed. And it hasn't happened yet. Close, but it hasn't happened yet. But that's the fear. I'll be a vegetable. I won't be able to walk. I won't be able to feed myself. And that fear keeps you walking and feeding yourself in suffering and misery. So it's not worth it. Better that you don't walk, and you don't walk freely, than that you walk bound by this belief. You are helpless. We're all helpless. You know, in an instant, the whole thing can just be finished. And all of our plans and visualizations and holding the whole planet together, over. And this is terrifying until it is faced. And when it is faced and it is met and the helplessness is experienced, then it is liberating. Of course, it's a childish belief that I can hold it all together. I will hold it all together. It's a childish belief based on fear. Fear of parents, fear of God, fear of brothers and sisters.
It's funny when you're confronted with it falling apart and you're really watching it fall apart. That's that ugly old guru that comes and grabs you by the neck and just...
Not exactly. When you're thinking, oh
Yes,
my God,
yes.
if I really confront it, then the guru is old and ugly. It's true. But when you actually meet it, the guru is eternal youth and beautiful and saying, come in to your birthright. Come in to the treasure that is who you are. Whether your body is strong, old, ugly, you, who you are. Yes, you see. You know this. I
Yes.
see it arising.
Yes. Yes. Of course.
Of course. Because it is so close all the time. Of course. That. Yes, that.
It's in the presence, isn't it?
It has always been in the presence, and the presence has always been here where you are, always, regardless of the state of your body or your neighbor's body, your lover's body. Always. If you're just willing to tell the truth, you say, yes, of course, of course. But we get very busy on this freeway. Very busy looking in our rearview mirror and side mirror and navigating lane changes and missing exits and turning around.
You got lost over here, didn't you?
No, not this time. Not this time. I'm a very good director. I kept directing my driver so she didn't get lost. But I've experienced being lost.
What do you do? I mean, do you lose it too?
You mean, in what way? Lots
Well,
of... Do I have a personality?
Wondered.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Most definitely. I'm very human. Very human. The more you are willing to face the helplessness of being human, the more you see it's not being human that's the problem. We spend most of our lives seeing the problem as this human thing. And how can we transcend that and get away from it so we can get back to or up to the ethereal presence of being in your willingness to face the humanness? Then humanness is humanness, and it's good for a good laugh or a good cry. It's like the cardboard fort, cardboard palace. I'm very human. My teacher asked me to come into this human existence and speak. What I was experiencing when I was experiencing myself is not human, not anything. And I said, I can't do that and stay in the space. And he said, well, forget the space. Come back into the human body and speak this. It's like, oh, I was clinging to some idea of myself as beyond this. And then this space of samadhi or space of transcendence was actually the bondage, the golden bondage. I'm a very ordinary being, as was my teacher. As was his teacher. We can look at the faces of Papaji and Ramana and be struck with the transcendence. But the life, the day-to-day life, very ordinary. Not needing to be any different from that. This desire to not be human is a desire to escape the vehicle that reveals that which is closer than any species or gender or body. That all species and genders and bodies everything gets its power, its life from who you are. I'm happy to speak to you on our anniversary then.
Thank you. Thank you for your work.
Oh. I mean, you could call it work if work means to you what work means to me, which is the most profound joy and blessed gift of vigilance in recognizing myself as you. Then what a blessing it is to work. What a blessing to live. What a blessing these limitations called thoughts, breath, emotions, fears, bodies. What blessings. All just inviting deeper investigation. And on the freeway there are signs, but here, in the stillness of your heart, there's no sign needed. Self confirms itself here.
That's your work for us, is that I can see now, remember now, who I am when I see you.
That's the point of us coming together.
Yes.
Well, then you will look at your neighbor and you'll go,
Yes.
oh. And you will bow to your neighbor just for being.
Thank you.
I also want to take a moment to say thank you. Not only thank you for listening, but thank you to all of you who came to the website this month and made a donation to the Gangaji Foundation. Your gift is going to help fuel this podcast and our prison program, our scholarships, and really make this offering, this message of peace from Gangaji available in the world. It really does reach around the world in a remarkable way, in a way that certainly moves me. And if this message, this invitation has moved you, I encourage you, I invite you, I hope you'll support us in continuing to make it available in all the different ways that we can imagine and create. You can find out more about what your donation means at the website, gangaji.org. That's GANGAJI.org. And if this is the first time you've listened to Gangaji's podcast, you can access all the prior podcasts on the website, along with Gangaji's full calendar, more about Gangaji yourself, and more about the foundation. Thank you for listening. I am Barbara Denempont. Until next time.